my relationship with my first wife was not the greatest, was not the most supportive person that I thought, I would be marrying. So there was rocky ground at home. There was rocky ground in society, still trying to understand how to navigate everything that the country is all about, how to fit in that large tapestry, what's called the United States. How can I be a functioning member of the society? How to treat credit, how to treat borrowing, how to treat spending, how to treat the basic most of anything that you'd ever done. Like, how do you establish your credit? All of these things that limit immigrants that migrated in here, that they didn't have those type of challenges back home. Because credit back home was you go to your uncle, to your aunt, to your friend, and you borrow some money, and then you pay it back with a handshake. You come in here, and credit looks completely different. So you have to navigate that challenge without completely becoming frustrated with it, which I was in the beginning until I learned that. So that loneliness of being disconnected from family influence, coupled with the stress of being in a completely strange country, coupled with the stress that your personal relationship is struggling because you didn't have a model of a mom and dad that loved each other, that was robbed from me at a young age. So most of those kind of mistakes were part of my fault as well. I take responsibility for that. And part of it was ignorance and lack of knowledge in certain things that I was just not aware of as a young 25-year-old, married, about to have a child, and trying to make it in a new country, and all that pile of stress on you, you start crumbling. So that's when my health start also breaking down. I lost tremendous amount of weight. I was working tremendous long hours. I was close to 140 pounds and ill. I wasn't feeling well. Stress was getting to me. And early on, 2000, I think, so it's been here for 5 years, my health decided to just break down, and I was admitted to the ER and underwent an emergency surgery for my gallbladder, and my doctor didn't know I'm going to make it. My kidneys were shutting down, my liver was struggling, and they didn't understand why a young man would have all these struggles, not knowing my background and not knowing the stress I'm going through and all of these things. And so something had to change for all of that to change, and got divorced that year, and get over the health aspect of that, and started connecting into a different family, a family that I didn't expect to be part of, that I thought with the divorce that would eliminate my friendship with my ex-wife, his brother, and her mother. Instead, they became more of a family to me after the divorce than it was before. And they became my emotional and family support. Learned how to navigate that route and be able to survive through the toughest time of my life. And from there, I started making major changes, changes that till this day still carry me through any time that I encounter any issues in my life.
Tell me, in a nutshell, what the high level, those kinds of changes, are they emotional changes, psychological changes, they physical changes?
All the above, honestly. And it started with the physical first. My health was really deteriorating. I was not nourishing myself properly. I wasn't eating the right food. I completely changed my diet coming in from Lebanon to here. So now you're like in a different country and you're on fast food all the time and nothing nutritious. And so I started changing that. That's the first thing that changed. The second thing that changed, my ex-mother-in-law started to tell me about the spiritual aspect of my life and how to really change my perspective on life and be able to have a relationship with my Creator. I started having better friendship relationships. I started taking care of myself physically better, going to the gym, eating better, working better hours, upgrading jobs, eliminating certain things in stress. So the answer is yes. It was all the above. It was almost like a 360-degree transformation, and it took about 2 years. It wasn't just flick of a switch and then you're on to a different life. It was a different time in my life, and it took a lot of effort to do that, and it took a lot of love. You have to have a reason to live. You have to have a reason to fight. And if you don't see that reason, it wouldn't pull you. If you don't see that goal, it wouldn't attract you. Instead, you look at every single day as a chore. And I didn't want that. I came in here with hopes and dreams. And when I was disappointed because these hopes and dreams were not being realized quickly enough for my liking. So it took an adjustment mentally on my side to be able to adjust my expectation to the level of circumstances surround me. And as soon as I started doing that, things started getting better.
Like, subscribe, hit the bell,
Right here, point like you say.
Yeah, slap that subscribe, smack it, smash it, subscribe.
Smash that